Welcome back to FM Story. It's time for episode 2, our save, where we try to end the dominance of Celtic and Rangers in Scottish football. First episode, considering we couldn't sign anyone that hadn't already come into the club, didn't go as bad as maybe I was expecting it to, although we did end the episode losing 3 out of our last 4 games, which included a League Cup quarter final against St Mirren and our first league meet, one of the Old Firm, when we lost 3-2 away at Ibrox. But we did win 3 out of 6 league games. We are sat 4th in the table, and we start this episode with a home game against Celtic. Without further ado, let's get into the action. So this is the side we're going into the game against Celtic with. We've made 2 changes to the starting 11 from the last game at the end of the last episode, which was the League Cup quarter final. Paul McGinn was suspended for that game, so he's come back in at right back. We've brought Harry Patton into the defensive midfield role, and we've moved Spencer and Lennon Miller to the bench because they're both young. They've played a lot of football already. To give them a bit of a rest, add some more experience for a big game, and then see what we can do. But hopefully we can put in a performance like we did against Rangers. I mean, we only lost 3-2 away at Ibrox. So if we can avoid self-destructing like we did against St Mirren, we should be in with a chance of causing them some worry. Right, so both teams going with a 4-2-3-1. I mean, they have a hell of a lot better squad and starting 11 than we do. There is very, very little happening early on here. Celtic have had all the ball, but they don't seem to have had many chances. Really very little happening. Right, we've got the ball going forward. Theo Bear into the box. Apparently that's a penalty. I'm not quite sure why. It didn't look like one, but if it gets given, we'll take it. And it wasn't. Oh, it is. Right. Callum Slattery steps up, and Joe Hart turns it behind for a corner. We can't afford to waste chances like that, but Spittle to take the corner. They've nodded clear, and now they're breaking. Kyogo, although Shaw gets back and wins it off him. A corner to them. We've got a head to it, and then cleared it. But it's gone straight back to them, and they're going to come back to us. Johnston into McGregor. Iwata down the outside. Is he going to get the cross in? Yeah. We've got a head to it, but they're picking up all the second balls. And I think we've got a bit lucky there with that one. Right, throwing for us deep in their half. O'Donnell, the Bear, Shaw in the box. And somehow we've taken the lead. Right before half time. Bear into Shaw, just drifts inside, just passes it into that bottom corner. Right, free kick for them. If we can make it through to half time, 1-0 up, that'll be a big help. We won the header, but it drops to Carter Vickers. Turnbull on the edge of the box, into Abada. And I mean, the lead lasted, a minute? And we got the first ball, then no one tried to challenge for the second one. And then we didn't get close enough to Abada to block the shot. I mean, overall, it was a pretty decent first half, but to have thrown away that lead so quickly. And I don't know that we're going to get them playing as bad as they did in that first half in the second half either. And it looks like we might need to make a few changes as well at half time. Right, so we made 2 changes at half time. We've brought Butcher on for Patton in the defensive midfield role. Slattery had picked up a knock and missed the penalty, so we brought Lennon Miller on to play behind the front man. Second half starting very much like the first half did, not much chances. They're attacking, that's far too easy. Turnbull, McGregor from the edge of the box, and thankfully Kelly can turn it over. In swinging corner, got a head to it. Again, they got the second ball. Right, Kelly with free kick, Rakowski, Casey. It concerns me a bit when we've got the ball at the back, but right, O'Donnell. We're keeping the ball well, we're not making much forward momentum. Butcher into Spittle, Miller onto Shaw. Oh! We did well to work the chance. Should probably hit the target, but right, they're attacking down the right. I thought we could have nicked that, but now they're just powering forward through McGregor. Dyson Maeda into the box, and luckily it's gone over for a goal kick. Like Casey wins it back. Theo Bear plays it along the floor to Lennon Miller. Can we get the ball in the box? Pulls it back to the edge of the box. Butcher down to O'Donnell. McGinn in Akes' space on this right hand side. That was not the finish I was expecting from him. We did well to keep hold of it. And then O'Donnell moves it to McGinn, who's in Akes' space. The defender comes out to close him down, but he hits it and arrows it into that top corner. O'Donnell was starting to struggle, so we've taken him off and brought Spencer on at right back and moved McGinn over to left back. Oh my god. What on earth was that? And we managed to get ahead on that. Spencer clears it. Another corner for them. They're getting a lot of corners. We are getting the first header, but every loose ball's dropping to them. Watt are chasing it at the box. Abada. If we manage to hold on to this, it's going to be a nervous last 20 minutes. It's only a matter of time before they work it out of position, I think, here. Bear wins it back, though. Casey into Zrakowski, and that's a terrible pass. Inviting them onto us. But we've won it back again. Ball short chasing it, he's not going to get anywhere near it. Madsen into Maeda in the box. Pulls it back. I think if we throw this away, we're going to kick it, given how bad they've been. The chances they've wasted as well. Maeda out to Abada. McGinn wins it back, but they've got the loose ball again. We've won one. He ran over the top of the ball. That's got to be offside. Surely that's offside. Must be offside. Yeah, it's a lot closer than it looked. Right, we've brought another couple of players on, just some fresh legs, just to try and see this out. We are in ultimate time wasting mode here. Try and see this out with a victory. And there we have it. Somehow we've ended up winning 2-1. It was actually a pretty even game. They had the better chances, judging by their XG, but they did waste some ridiculously good chances in that second half. we've had a bit of good fortune there, but we've picked up 3 points. We just need to push on. We've got a decent run of games now before we play Celtic in the away game at the end of November. We've made it to the end of November and the next game against Celtic. Things were looking pretty good for a while, but things have changed quite quickly. So 2 games ago, we were on a run of 5 games without defeat, starting with the Celtic game, and now we are on a run of 5 games without a win. So we followed up the Celtic win with a really comfortable win away at Livingston. We then drew away at St Johnstone, and we drew at home to Ross County, and threw away a game twice against Aberdeen to draw 2-2. Kilmarnock, we were absolutely abysmal. I think it's actually probably on a par with the first Hearts game of the season. Is our worst performance of the season. And then the most recent game, we were 3-0 down at half time. We've come back, or tried to come back, we ended at 3-2. We have absolutely dominated all of the match stats and just could not put the ball in the back of the net. It was one of those games. We actually had to, at half time, to get back into the game, switch to the 3-5-2 that we had set up. And I think, given how that run of games has gone since the Livingston game, I think we might have to try that 3-5-2 for a run of games, starting with this game against Celtic. As far as the league's concerned, we're still in the top half, just on goal difference from St Johnstone. We've got 18 points from 13 games, won 5, drawn 3, lost 5. Blair Spittle's been outstanding in terms of the assists, but we are nowhere to be seen in any of the other player stats categories. And now we have a Friday night game in front of the telly away at Celtic. So this is the side we've picked to go into the game against Celtic. Like I say, we're going in with the back 3. So we're going with McGinn, Mugabe, and Casey as the 3. In defence with Spencer and O'Donnell as wing backs, and Callum Butcher in front of the back 3. And then we've got Spittle and Slattery in front of Butcher, and Wilkinson and Shaw up front. And it's going to be tough to put in a performance like we did in the home game. Obviously, they're in some inconsistent form at the moment. They've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1 of the last 5, whereas we've drawn 3 and lost 2 of the last 5. So hopefully we can catch them in a not great run of form themselves. Right, so we're building up here. Mugabe into Spittle, who loses out straight away. Maeda won it back. Maatsen back to Kobayashi. Kyogo into Iwata. Casey's across to win it back. We've gone back to the keeper. Again, then into Butcher, who's giving it away again. We are very much like the first game in Celtic. Any loose ball they seem to be winning, but Wilkinson's won it back. Goes in. Oh, what a finish! How is that? I don't know how that goal's come about, because it's looked like all their pressure. Carter Vickers dwells on the ball. Wilkinson nicks it back. Carter Vickers tackle, it falls to Shaw, takes a touch and then bends it past Joe Hart. And we've somehow 1-0 up. Right, corner to them. They went short. Turnbull pulls it back. Turnbull into the box this time. I mean, come on. Surely that's not a penalty. Right, Turnbull, the former Motherwell player, up against Liam Kelly. Sends him the wrong way, and that's a 1-1. Keeper didn't really have a chance, that one. And now we're back to square one. They went short with a free kick. Going back to Carter Vickers. Now they're trying to attack on the right hand side. Abada. McGregor on the edge of the box. That's a good save by Liam Kelly, but it's now settling into a pattern of them dominating, I think. Short corner again. This time Kelly comes and punches, but they've picked the loose ball again. Right, Turnbull with a free kick for them. Into Abada on the edge of the box, but now they're going backwards again. Carter Vickers. How's he got all that space? Luckily, it's a centre half shooting, and we've been able to turn it down for a corner, but I think it was only a matter of time before they went in front again. They are certainly favouring that short corner. First cross, how did he get? We've given them far too much space. So there we are, half time, 2-1 down. I mean, it's hard to tell whether that's the formation that's caused that or whether it's just not a performance. I mean, we got off to a cracking start, but I don't think we've seen another attack since then. Actually, we made one change at half time to slightly tweak the formation, but I don't know that it's going to be enough to get us back into the game. Second half started really quietly though. Barder. Won the ball back. Spencer breaking with it. Into Butcher. Spittle. Slattery. Into Shaw in the box. And we've levelled it. Again, very much against the run of play. Butcher does well to move it on. Spittle then to Slattery. It could have gone further wide to O'Donnell in loads of space, but Shaw made the run and then just pokes it past Joe Hart. And that's 2-2. Right. Casey, O'Donnell. Garby. They're blocking off any forward passes pretty much. And we've gone back from the halfway line to back in our own area. But Spittle now. Spencer on the overlap. Can you square it? Oh! Shaw's got his hat trick. And we've won 3-2 up. I think maybe having the extra defender has allowed the wing-backs to push on a bit. And Spence had loads of room to run into there. And Shaw couldn't miss. Right, we've made a couple of subs just to bring some fresh legs on. They've got a corner. We've got a head to it. But again, they've got all the loose balls. Turnbull now on the edge of the box. Squares it. And cleared as far as McGregor. We've got the block in. And the header loops up into the arms of Liam Kelly. And now I think we're in try and waste as much time as possible mode. Oh, McGinn coming forward from the back. I'm not sure what centre half coming out like that, but Spittle. Oh, it eventually finds Lennon Miller. Luca Ross into Miller in the box. Back to Ross. McGinn. George again. And somehow we've gone 4-2 up. How on earth is this happening? We've had 7 shots on target and we've scored 4 of them. Thought Miller might have been offside there. comes back to Luca Ross, the 17-year-old, onto McGinn, and then Gent, who's on loan from Blackburn and hasn't really looked the part at all, gets his second goal of the season. Right, Spittle with a corner. Deep into injury time here. Taking his time with it. In swinger. Miller rose high. Oh! Casey scored. And he's onside. And somehow that is 5-2 away at Celtic. What is going on here? 5 games without a win. We've gone to Celtic. We've put 5 past them, and we were 2-1 down at one point. And somehow we've come away with 3 points. That is bonkers. But that 3-5-2 might actually work with that tweak. I mean, we made the tweak at half time to go from like having 2 up to having 1 off the front man. But the second half we were outstanding. That is, yeah. As I say, having gone from 5 games without a win to somehow putting 5 past the champions away from home has kind of scrambled my brain a bit. And there we have it. A bit of a mixed bag of an episode, but bookended by 2 wins over Celtic. Things are going far, far better than expected. I mean, we've now played Celtic twice in the league. We've played Rangers once in the league. We lost 3-2 at Ibrox. Could easily have got a draw or even a win in that game. Then we've beaten Celtic. That last game, God knows what happened. But to put 5 past them on their own back, come away with a victory. Things are looking up. Join us in the next episode to see if we can keep that run going. January transfers coming around as well. We've already got a bit of business lined up. How much more we'll be able to do? Join us next time to find out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.